So, let me give my brief introduction. My name is Deepak Kumar Dadadwal. I work with Tech Mahindra as a technical lead for database development and any automation development. Okay. So, nowadays, every work is getting automated. For that, working with a use case of learning, then some web application knowledge is important. Okay, so I'll share my screen. I'll give you brief idea what we're going to learn, and since it is a part of demo, so you can feel free to ask me any questions coming to your mind. Okay, so I'm almost 12 years working with IT profession, and you can say I have almost uh, 5 to 6 years teaching experience into institutions. Like you started your career with the teaching into some engineering college. Similarly, I started into some PG college like MSc or MCA kind of a student. But then I turn up with my career path in 2011, and then I'm continuously working with IT. And I understand the pain when you could not get a right opportunity to start your career with. Then later on, you decide like how it can be fruitful for all of us. So when I started in 2011, then I started from scratch. That's true. I learned so many things, and then I pitched with the one of expertise into the database side. Then gradually I come to know the dependency of all kind of a work also. If you are running everything from your end, working with uh, all aspect of development, then you have to think, you have to work with every technology skill. So I'm sharing my screen as a MS Paint. Hope you visible with it. So everybody familiar with the technology, right? There are so many technology layers are there, but we will be talking about some important one. Okay, so if I speak to this particular architecture, then mostly we call it as a three-tier architecture. Okay, which flow data like this. User go and add data to this layer called front end, and this is called back end. Now working with the front end, then what all technology we include? We include here only static websites, mostly trending with different skills, but HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Based on that, any kind of a website you can develop with. Okay, and this is a purely a web development work. But when you say I have to develop a application development in terms to a dynamic website which includes a database part also. It includes Python scripting along with framework, writing the code in the web development format, which includes Django. Okay, or it can be a Flask also. There are two framework mostly used. One is called Flask, another is called Django. So mostly preferable either or way we can go and we can understand. If you understand one of implementation, then second one also you can explore and do it your way. And then any kind of a The work which is interactively hand over with the database side and collecting from database side, then it is known as a middleware also. Are we good? Everybody, are you sync? Be
Yes.
interactive. Keep asking questions. Any questions will be welcome. Now, since you are beginner, you are new to technology, then we have to understand what do we include in this middleware. Middleware is mostly server scripting framework to take care of everything. Backend, it can be your database, which purely keeps your data in form of table. A table has a collection of row and column. You all observed Excel sheet, which is having a table and column and rows, etc. We keep fundamentally all data in a table and we can manage also. But a person who is working as an end user, he doesn't know database. He doesn't know the query writing. He doesn't know the data adding queries. So those kind of a data things need to be managed. Then we need to develop a such application where he fundamentally aware of the UI. Like we can say we design a web, we can take a form, filling data, saying okay, then data travels from UI to middleware, middleware to backend, and backend keep data into the tabular. And when user want to see the data, display the data, there is a just link. Behind the link, again, link program is there. This program talks to table and table retrieve data and giving data to this action and action display here into this window. It is three level architecture, three tier architecture. It includes via a web browser. This include web browser things. Okay, web browser includes certain thing which is sending request, receiving request, and there is HTML, CSS web based activity you can perform easily. But application framework come into picture, then it is just talk to handshake to database layer and getting result responses hand over to the website or web URL wherever you hitting with. Now coming to the two-tier architecture. Two-tier architecture means I am the person who is developing such applications where I take a client and client is the place where I can write the query, then hit the database query and get the response on the client. Two-tier architecture. Why so? In this, we are we are educated with the database, which is called SQL, how commands work, we are aware of it. On basis of these commands, we can directly write it, we can get a response result. So a skilled person of SQL can work as a two-tier architecture, directly hit the query and get the responses. But if people are not educated with the SQL things, then they usually follow the web format only. Everybody familiar with the communications through the English, Hindi, Marathi community. There our website have a language oriented kind of a data to show. So the website can show me data details accordingly. And that's flowing here through the three-tier architecture. Two-tier architecture also will be involving your data visualization work also. Like you have a database, you have a reports. Reports drill down the data and displaying on a screen, creating funnel, creating data visuals, creating a matrices, creating a table, etc. can be used on the two-tier architecture framework. It's mean there is a backend called database. There will be data visualization thing. We call it the Power BI, Tableau, any kind of a reporting tool or any kind of a database tool to connect with it. So your data will be retrieved but you are skilled, then only you get familiar with it. Now, in this part, there is a syllabus which is called how to create HTML form, how to create a HTML pages. Everything will be explained from scratch. In CSS, HTML just do the skeleton of the data content you're displaying on the website. But CSS is subject to include your beautification and softness of visually you seeing the web pages, a very interactive pages you can design with. You can make your code very attractive and very informative, giving space, giving change in the font, giving background changes, giving foreground change, cropping images. Every designing work can be beautified through the CSS. So it is more about your designing work. Like if I say to you, you go to here, type Uber. You all know Uber cab service. Are you familiar, guys? Hello.
Yes,
You all know it works in two way, mobile app also or web app also. So look at the trending website nowadays not having very much content in it. Very limited and very spacious websites they are developing with. And when you scrolling, you will be willing to have a one page site only. If you click to anywhere, suppose I want to click to help, so links are connected to each other and displaying me what kind of help I'm looking for. The best part of that, the trend of displaying content, which includes, you know, something related to here, the background image, the pictures, which shows me an icon, and the icon can be, if I increase the size of my page, still my blurring is not happening to page side. See, my you know picture is still be completely clear and not losing any kind of a pixels resolutions thing. So trend of using these kind of things, instead of using the graphics, you use the iconic images. And iconic images is more better compared to the graphics or images you use, because you can zoom as per any kind of size. There will be no any scattered image you will see. And you will see the benefit of designing all aspect. You can include anything. Hope you understood. There is something called home page. When I click to the destination and pick up things, those system is taking care as a request and checking the availability. So we are making server involved here. When you click to the button, the action gonna happen. This action includes middleware as well as database things. Because data are not properly available on a screen to use, maybe you sign up, then you are authorized person to see your previously how many trip you gone through. That data can be displayed over here. Okay, you booking, etc. Okay, so all can be scheduled here, and you can enjoy the fundamentally the login things. You can interact the database. Now login thing is could happen because you sign up first time and created a username password, or enabled with the mobile along with the OTP things. That is what you can contend with. So looking at the background, you can set the background images with help of it. You work with the certain actions here, on click or sometime hover the mouse, okay, and background images getting changed, and double click, single click actionable item. So you maintain certain scripting thing We will see the syllabus of syllabus, learning about it, then it will clear your all aspects. So when you say I work with the HTML just create a skeleton of the website data, but you cannot see how the uber.com is look like. It looks very beautiful because of you applied CSS. CSS is stand for cascade style sheet, which is mean you can beautify with n number of aspects. Okay. JavaScript, it is more about the validations. It's more about to creating a buttons, creating actions, everything. Only making on basis of this guy called a static image or game or app. You can develop with these all three, which is playing game also you can develop. A Kelsey related calculator app you can develop. You can develop a game. It doesn't require any database. It doesn't require any middleware. With help of three things you can manage a game, okay, or many more things you can develop with help of it. But it doesn't store data. It doesn't allow you to keep reconnect connecting every time. But coming back to the application, developing for a business keeps data for forever. Data I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Data tier will be always staying into the databases side, but logically, the functional, the architectural, all things when managed into the middleware side only. The services are up and running, then only you can talk to handshake with this guy called database, and then it is start showing to the browser. So otherwise, server not found error keep coming. The response you hit through the website URL hit to the middleware is up and running, then only it can talk to this guy. If it is down, you are running with the database, but still you cannot see any content on your website. So this architecture gonna help you to work with it. Any question, any queries, guys? Have you heard about these terms? Let me take questions if you have any.
No, 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 nothing. No questions.
Okay, Rahul,
No question, sir.
are you familiar with the terms what all discussed so far, guys?
Yes, sir.
I know it is very, new for you, some question, some set of, but we will be deep dive in the each topic in very, uh, descriptive manner. Every terms will be elaborated with the practical exposure where you all have to develop your things so you can skill yourself like you can become a web developer. You can become only web developer. No, you can develop your own game also. You can develop any kind of a database development work also using the UI work. So let's go to the further looking here what we learn into database side. Database is a language which is calling SQL. You heard about SQL? That's mean structured query language includes the category of command, which can be again you can have a DDL, creating table, defining table, right? Selecting data, retrieving data. That's what you say, and etc. etc. Work will be coming. Now, fundamentally, we can learn about backend works and do the any kind of work and do the automation. Then we include the python scripting python scripting syllabus or including django syllabus. They are add-on. Okay, the framework of web development fulfillment can do with help of django only. So we're gonna see django framework also, python scripting along with it. Okay, so ultimately, to completely a full stack development you want to do, then we have to be, understand the old tier. First, we will start from the front end tier, then middleware, or it depends backend. Then we can start backend also. Likewise, we can start your learning. If you are familiar something, you do let me know. We can take a chance of some curiosity questions and other things. Otherwise, I'll run the course according my understanding, and what is the need, what is the assignment perspective. You can grab the concept. So I give you assignment. So you try to develop. I will teach you first how to develop everything. According you try to take an approach of development at your end, because ultimately you want to become a developer into IT skills perspective. Then you have to practice a lot. I can just make you comfortable to, what approach you can take here, what approach you can take there. Likewise. Okay. You heard about HTML, CSS, JavaScript? Anybody?
Yes, sir. We have heard about it.
Okay. Arshia say yes. Okay. And have you ever worked with the SQL side?
No.
Database language. A language can retrieve data from system, that's called database language. We can include that part also. Okay. Now middleware, the handshake between the front end and back end both, that's a middleware, which is mean application framework, which includes Python scripting. We can independently also work with the Python scripting. That's a separate work also we can do. We can achieve lot of career opportunity with it. And now what you can start with, how you can grow within career side, that aspect also I'll give you an idea. See, everybody know Java full stack, .NET full stack. Likewise, there is a Python full stack also. It's mean if requirement came for developing a static website, then enough to do with help of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. For dynamic or business solution application you want to develop, then you need a knowledge of full stack. In that you have a database knowledge also, you have a Python scripting knowledge also, etc., etc. So that is what you can include as your learning, and you can get a benefit of the career path. It will be in the smart way, like you have a 360-degree awareness. So when you starting pitching, because you will be doing 2 3 project along with me during the learning, so you will be considered as a fresher of the technology, but you already working with the practical approaches. So that will take you a experienced person into the next level in an industry. How many years of experience you are having currently? Zero. Suppose non idea experience or non relevant experience, then you can show this course can give you at least 2 to 3 years experience guy how work in a web development. That much capability you will be having in you. Hope you understood.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what an agenda to work with it, to take you through. And obviously there will be application installations, apps are there, framework developments are there. I will guide you and we will practice with the old tools. Okay, individual tool installation. So first of all, tell me your laptop configurations, how it is. Hope you have some i3 and plus laptop, right? Processor need a bit high, at least i3 minimum. Do we have Madura
Yes.
Yes.
or Ashwini? Do you have a laptop with the i3 and above processor?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
8 GB RAM,
Yes, sir.
at least 250 or more than hard disk. These things are there, then we can use, because there is some heavy tool will be used. So that tool installation we will be doing and using them for any aspect. Okay, while learning about the whole technology, you can work as a database developer, then backend SQL is enough. SQL developer. You want to work with the only Python knowledge, then Python script developer also an opportunity. So there will be lot of opportunity keep coming, but you say no, no, no. I have to start from developing from scratch to last. Everything I want to grab that opportunity. Then you will be become a full stack. but you willing to do only for a specific Python development, Python scripting, that knowledge also will be shared to you. So you can have a career opportunity with the three aspect. Okay. So likewise, you say, no, 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 sir, I want to be fully working with the, what do you call it is, SQL developer. Then you have a knowledge of SQL developer. You can just take a role from here and start working with the IT companies, because some company doesn't need a this layer or this layer data. Okay, they say only database level you have to work with. So you can take such opportunity. Full stack, Python. That means you need this knowledge also, this also, all one, two, three. Then coming to the next, only web development with the website, then this is also preferable. So website developer, this much is enough. And you want to become a Python script developer, then Python developer, you can use this. That's also work. Now, finally, this Django, Flask, any kind of a external system handshake with the called web services, etc. They are coming for complete business enterprise, solutions. That opportunity will be there. If you're looking at an opportunity, then you go to Naukri and you see the trending of the jobs are getting increased day by day for Python rather than other languages. Python is recently get started, not so many decades, very few decades, since Java is coming from many decades. And now it is trending very smartly, and every automation work get it done with Python. So you will be getting a good career path to start your, things. And automation, obviously, it needed a small knowledge on every side. Then only your automation can be understandable and deliverable. Like automation on what basis? Your database running with the short of memory. Need to send an invitation to your, alert to the your all managements, top leaders who is managing this database things, right? Like DBS. Okay, those leader can be taking care of it. So system will be taking a running automated program, collecting data, sharing through the mail, and handover and sending mail to the right person configured into the mail list. So system will be automatically sending that. Any other information, like network or storage issues and memory management issues, or any threat anybody is accessing unauthorized, that's it. That details also you can keep sending through the application perspective. Application server down because unnecessarily, then alert can send to the admin, and that can be monitored. What was the reason, what was the crash, that is also you can do well. Okay, so likewise, there are n number of opportunity out of it. You're gonna learn with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or almost 8 or 9 languages will be there to complete your course, and there will be all kind of work done, project work, assignment, lot of, okay, and likewise you will get a benefit of it. All right, looks good. And any other questions? Sir, what about DSA problem solvency? Any DSA practice? Okay. DSA stand for what you want to understand?
Data structure and algorithm, sir.
Yes, the DSA will be there because that's coming under the Python scripting. Okay, will be including DSA, all data structures, your dynamic development, and like the regular one. We will include Python syllabus. Then you will come to know there is a n number of data structure to discuss, like list. There is a tuple. There is a dictionary, etc. We will talk. Don't worry, sets, etc. Okay. So Python language with perspective, if I'm talking, then C, CPP, how we work with the data structures, right? You work with the
Sir.
file handling, you work with the array, you work with the list, long list, and what do you call it is algorithms for sorting and everything. Okay. So major work will be covered into Python. Okay. Okay. Ashwini is asking, what about React.js? We will not take a learning through the, JS thing. We will be including only and only JavaScript for development, and then we will be take a route of Python through it. Python scripting, Python framework, Django. Okay. So we will be going through that one. Hope that makes sense. React, Vue, Angular, that's a different framework to start. So are you willing to join that course? Then that is separate than this. Yeah, HTML, CSS will be common to there also, but the database layer, or you can say middleware layer, will be changing the framework. So are you willing to change the framework? I just giving demo to understand the Python related things only. Hope you understood. Any other questions? All right. If you don't have a question, then we're good to wrap up, guys.
Sir, one question, please.
Yeah, please, Jan.
Actually, if we are doing the scripting, then is it necessary to learn that HTML, CSS? If we need to learn only the scripting for the
No, no, no,
automation.
no. It is on you. Like if you're willing to do the Python scripting, I can teach independent module to you. Since
Okay.
everybody is coming to learn about web development full stack, then we included every audience. As I told if you're willing to do only SQL job to do, correct, though
Yeah,
you can
correct.
take a SQL independent course. Means it's similar to you talk to restaurant guy, like I am having a concept of buffet. Okay,
Oh.
buffet includes two,
Yeah,
vegetables, chapati,
yeah,
everything. And you
yes,
say,
correct.
no, 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 I'm not that much hungry. I'm willing to have a independent a la carte order, like menu wise. I want to go. Like I want to order one dosa. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can order like that. Python scripting learning, you can go with it. You say, no, 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 I want to learn an SQL development only. Then I can teach you that also. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So whoever wanted what kind of a course, we can teach that. If you need complete, then we need to include everything in that case. All right. Any
Yeah.
other questions? All
Okay.
right. No question. Then we good to wrap up. Thank you all for attending the demo. Have a good day.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir. Bye. Bye, all.